This is the Spectrum ZX Plus, a small update to the Spectrum's X, practically the same in every way, except for the design and the keyboard. But this particular Spectrum refuses to turn on. We're going to repair this Spectrum, and if your Spectrum is showing the same symptoms, you might find the solution in this video. If your Spectrum doesn't power on, the first thing you should check is the power supply. You can use the original power supply or replace it with a more modern one, as long as it has the same polarity on the jack connector, negative on the inside and positive on the outside, and provides 9 volts with at least 1.5 amps. Before we start measuring voltages, I recommend you check out the Spectrum Service Manual. I've added a link in the video description where you'll find the schematics and the manual covering the most common issues and their possible fixes. In this video, we'll be following the service manual step by step. As explained in the manual, the 7805 voltage regulator is responsible for delivering 5 volts to the corresponding circuit, so we'll check to make sure the current is flowing as expected. First, we check the input. Then, we check the input at the regulator itself. And finally, we check the output, which as we can see is incorrect, since we should be getting 5 volts at the output. Once the regulator is replaced, we check if the computer powers on. And well, seems like there's still something else wrong. Let's keep checking the voltages on the board. According to the manual, the next ones we'll look at are the -5 volts and 12 volts lines. We're going to measure the voltages on the lower RAM ICs. Pin 9 should receive 5 volts, pin 1 should get -5 volts, and pin 8 should have 12 volts. As we can see, the voltages reaching pins 1 and 8 are insufficient. Let's take a look at the voltage conversion diagram. According to the service manual, transistor TR4 and the coil are responsible for producing the 12 volts needed for the RAM. We'll check both transistors involved, TR4 and TR5. Locate the transistors on the board. Once we've flipped the board over, on the back side we find transistor TR5 on the far left. It's a ZTX213PNP transistor, so we measure it with the negative probe on the base pin and the positive probe on the collector and emitter. Both should give a reading between 0.5 and 0.7 volts, similar on both pins. Next, we test the ZTX650 transistor, which is an NPN type, and we check it the opposite way, this time placing the positive probe on the base and the negative probe on the collector and emitter. The transistor appears to be damaged, so we'll do one final check for a short circuit by switching the multimeter to continuity mode. We confirm there's a short circuit and proceed to replace the transistor. Nowadays, it's difficult to get a ZTX650, but fortunately, the ZTX651, which is still in production, is fully compatible. Let's check if we've finally completed the repair of our Spectrum. Finally, our Spectrum is alive and working again. Let's dive in and test it a bit more thoroughly. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope it helped you bring your Spectrum back to life. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoyed the content. It really helps the channel. See you in the next video.